Hey there, thanks for stopping by. My name's Adam Kitchen, and I'm the creator of this course, B2B Content That Converts. I've been able to scale my digital agency to over seven figures in annual revenue and 10 million in lifetime sales exclusively through the principles that I'm going to teach you throughout this course. It is true that as of today, pretty much all of my success has been built solely off the back of content marketing, and even the partnerships with technology companies, other agencies, podcast invitations, speaking at events can all be attributed to the strategies that I'm going to teach you. So, a lot of people think about content through the context of generating leads and sales. And whilst this will definitely be the primary focus throughout the course, I want you to keep an open mind to the secondary, tertiary benefits of getting on stage, speaking at events, having preferential treatment when it comes to partnerships with other companies, because these are things that are very overlooked, but absolutely will become a benefit and outcome of creating great quality content. And one of the big misconceptions that I hear from people is that they can't get started with content because they don't have fancy equipment, expensive lighting, the wood slap panels like you see in the background, and the microphone, camera, etc. I'm actually recording this video right now on a very simple plug-in podcast microphone, as well as a good quality webcam. And I will also cover that throughout the duration of the course as well. You don't need a lot of money and investment to get started. And if you systemize things like I'm going to show you, you can actually be deploying this strategy and getting results from as little as 4 hours per month. Yes, 4 hour time commitment per month is all you need to start generating results from content marketing. So just to go over how the course is structured, we'll do a quick introduction. We'll go over some of the additional benefits that I've mentioned of why to invest in content marketing, some of the fundamentals that you absolutely need to master before you start creating content. Then a critical part of the course is going to be focused on this section where we're going to go deep into how you should position yourself to your ICP to attract clients, what type of topics that you should be speaking about. This all starts with nailing your positioning and getting laser focused on what type of content that you want to create. So I'll cover how you should approach that throughout the course. Then we will go into the content creation strategy and process. This is where you're going to learn the systems that allow you to build a lot of leverage through content and just invest 4 hours time commitment every single month in order to churn out a month's worth of content. And this will give you a lot of video content. It will give you text-based posts. It will give you SEO optimized blog articles, even just through this 4 hour process that I'm going to show you. So you really get a lot of bang for your buck with the principles that I'm going to teach you. And again, one of the common misconceptions is you need a lot of expensive equipment to get started with this, and it takes a lot of ideation. None of that is true. If you learn to adapt and implement these principles, you can actually get started very, very quickly. So we will spend a little bit of time doing the onboarding process because it's very important with nailing your positioning, how you're going to speak with the ICP. But after that, you're off to the races. And if you learn this system and get it down to a T, you are going to be flying and creating so much content in a very short space of time. And as I said, this will be able to be implemented on LinkedIn, YouTube, X, TikTok, any channel. You'll have a lot of multi-purpose content to repurpose across all these channels. So again, you're getting a lot of mileage from the system that I'm going to teach you. I'm going to talk a little bit about connecting with people on LinkedIn and how you should approach this, because ultimately you do have to expand your addressable market of people who are going to listen to your content. Luckily, this can be largely automated these days, so we'll show you some strategies and technology that you can use to expedite this process, especially if you are starting from zero. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about the comment strategy. So something that is very important that I need to clarify, especially as it pertains to LinkedIn, but even on things like X as well. You do need to engage and comment on other people, specifically creators' posts who share the same ICP as you. Now, you don't have to spend a huge amount of time doing this, but you do need to be targeted and thoughtful. So we'll go over what type of things you should be saying on other people's posts in this section. I've even created a section here where if I was to start from zero today, what type of strategies I would deploy to expedite building an audience. So this is a very important section where I go deep into some really creative things you can do, things like piggybacking off the back of other creators to fast track gaining attention. You absolutely need to be getting attention with your content. And I will show you some very quick ways to be a bit contrarian and start getting people to follow you and pay attention to what you're saying. And then finally, we will go over some reporting metrics. One of the things I continuously hear with content that it's impossible to track. People don't know what indicators to be looking at. Should it be impressions? Should it be engagement, reactions? I'll show you what I think you should be tracking, as well as a daily accountability tracker to tie all of these principles in together that you should be following on a daily basis. And again, it is not a huge time commitment. The actual creation process of the content for the month is 4 hours. And yes, there is a little bit more time you need to spend on the platform on a daily basis, but my goal is to make sure it's systemized, you're very targeted with what you're going to do, and you're not sitting there faffing around on social media all day, just having a brain drain, not being productive or generating results for your business. I aim to give you the fastest, most efficient way to start getting attention and getting leads and sales with content on a very predictable, repeatable system that generates results. So if you're ready to jump in, let's get started.